Our next elected official is Alderman Ramirez-Rosa from the 35th Ward.
Good evening. Thank you, board members. I'd like to begin by stating that objectively, a Friday evening when many people do not have to work the next day is an excellent time to host a meeting. I think oftentimes meetings held early during the day limit parents' ability to participate because most people have to work 9 to 5, and many people have to work the next day if it's a late evening meeting. And so I think it's great that you all are having a meeting on a Friday evening. Objectively, this is a good time that allows more people to participate. I come today to advocate on behalf of Acero schools. It is a travesty that Acero parents have not heard from this district, do not have a plan to keep their schools open. I have met with Acero parents. I have met with the CPS CEO, Pedro Martinez, and I was very disappointed. I met with him and a number of other elected officials and leaders to hear what was the plan to keep Acero schools open. And I've been an alderman for 10 years now, and I can tell when bureaucrats are lying. I can tell when bureaucrats are talking in circles. And it was very clear from that meeting that Pedro Martinez does not have a plan to keep Acero schools open. And the fact that Acero parents are at CPS right now at the Board of Education meeting advocating for Acero schools shows that we have a failure in leadership in Pedro Martinez. I am also here speaking on behalf of parents of special needs students and speaking on behalf of parents who are parents of magnet school students, 85% of which are Black and brown and working class, who have been without buses now for the second year in a row. In January of this year, I sent CEO Martinez a letter asking for solutions, asking for collaboration in addressing this issue, and I received no response. Parents are having to go down to Springfield and to Washington, D.C. on their own to advocate for solutions. Pedro Martinez has not been a partner with them to address this issue. And there is no plan from CPS CEO Martinez to address the busing shortage that is impacting some of our most vulnerable students in the Chicago public schools. I'm speaking today also on behalf of parents at Inter-American Magnet School. I'm a proud graduate of Escuela Interamericana. I'm a proud graduate of our Chicago public schools. And it is a travesty that the principal there broke the law, harming the students, and Pedro Martinez refused to take action against that principal, putting that in writing that he was not going to take action against that principal who broke the law and harmed students and harmed families at that school. I'm speaking on behalf of today of parents at Marine Leadership Academy in Logan Square, whose children have faced bullying and violence, and Pedro Martinez has not addressed the issues going on at that school. I'm so disappointed in the letter that I saw the attorney for Pedro Martinez issue today. Apparently, anyone who speaks up against Pedro Martinez is part of a vast conspiracy. Apparently, any parent who months ago said we should have busing for our children is part of a vast conspiracy. It's shameful. And I urge you, as the Board of Education, to not back down because of Pedro Martinez's threats. I urge you to stand with parents who are advocating for better schools and know that while there are many politicians who stood silent while Rahm Emanuel closed 50 schools, but certainly have all types of opinions about what's going on at CPS today, know that the people that have been working in our community to improve our schools, who have been standing up to the rich and powerful who want to privatize our schools, we are standing with this board today. And lastly, I want to say that when people have a job, they should continue to do that job. Just because Donald Trump was elected should not mean that Joe Biden should stop governing and doing his job as president of the United States. You all are board members, and you all are vested with the authority to act in the best interest of our Chicago public schools. So know that you have the support of so many people in our community who are looking for change in our Chicago public schools. And we know you're under extraordinary pressure right now from some of the richest and most powerful people. You're under extraordinary pressure right now from people who wanted to close our schools, who are now saying that they want Pedro Martinez to stay there.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Let's not fall for the okie doke. And lastly, I want to say I'm also here with Commissioner Antti Quesada. He was not sent a link, which I find very suspicious, And I think it continues to show some of the games that Pedro Martinez and his team are playing in CPS. He also joins me in these calls for change at CPS. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your comments.